Good morning, everybody. My name is Steve with Real Progressives, and I just want to say it seems like the lone area of activism that causes people to have problems is economic activism. For whatever reason, it's the one area where we always have to mind our P's and Q's. We always have to say things in a way that allows people to feel okay about themselves. But when you look at other areas of activism, the term agitate, the term, make aware, the term shake in the tree, blocking traffic, doing different things, suddenly it's okay when you're doing something for activism other than economics. But when you have an economic message, people want you to sit there and be all professorial. They want you to ponder. They want you to look off to the sky and think considerate things. The reality is that economics is a very, very difficult subject to get across to lay people, to get across to regular people, because regular people want easy, bite-sized solutions. And if they can't relate to the academic mindset, then possibly they can relate to the outrage of the death and destruction that comes as a direct result of bad economics making it into the mainstream. Now, it's not just in the mainstream, though, and this is probably what the most important factor is. Within the left, our own left movement, every single left organization, has started to embrace crazy folklore, crazy mythology, things that have come from the weirdest sphere that literally sideline an entire movement. So how do you take and make economic activism something that people can understand? How can people understand economics when they don't want to understand economics? How do you take economics and make people realize that just because somebody told you something at the fireside, smoking a bong or playing with the trails, all the psychedelic stuff, you know what I mean? All the crazy stuff that they think about. How is it that we have to be stuck with that nonsense that doesn't save a single life? I mean, at the end of the day, the economics that we have to embrace is one that is actionable and one that is truth. And it is intentionally blurring. It's a filter. It's intended to show you the surreal of the left. Right now, the left wing is full of cockamamie nonsense. And they want to be treated as if they're not full of cockamamie nonsense. And the reality is that they are full of cockamamie nonsense. And that's the problem. Until we alter that dynamic, until we get them to decide that the policies and plans that they want to enact from a Green New Deal matter more than peddling an economic narrative, more than an economic narrative that is just ridiculous, that is when you'll see the left matter. But right now, the left has chosen to become largely irrelevant, focusing on identity politics and focusing on ridiculous economic conspiracies. Until that changes, my friends, I'm sorry, but you're going to be living in a fake world full of myths and legends, lots of trails and lots of insanity, because none of it will matter. None of it will matter. None of it will matter at all. You've got Puerto Rico that's suffering because of economic illiteracy, not because we don't know how to fix an island. The issue hasn't got nothing to do with whether we got enough steel, whether we've got enough oil, whether we've got enough anything. The issue is whether we have enough pieces of paper and enough knowledge to be able to make it worthwhile. So really what you're talking about when you look down at Puerto Rico has absolutely nothing to do with our ability to save that island nation. It's all the crazy economic narratives that pass as okay because the left refuses to get on board. So with that, I'm Steve Grumbine with Real Progressives. We'll keep beating the economic narrative. I'm not going to allow dummies to silence us. I'm not going to allow people that refuse to learn to silence us. I'm not. Why the hell would I allow someone that doesn't know anything? Why would I allow them to literally silence truth? I'm Steve Grumbine with Real Progressives. Have a great day, everybody.